Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your. The Warriors have a good roster, but they need adjustments, and one of them is a big man to face bigger, more physical opponents. Naz Reid of the Minnesota Timberwolves can offer a lot of benefits to the Warriors and will be a different force on the roster if the Warriors can sign him. The Minnesota Timberwolves' big center is the Warriors' target for next season. Golden State made a splash at the 2025 trade deadline by landing Jimmy Butler, a move that immediately turned its season around. However, 3 months later, it provides a significant roadblock in free agency. Once acquiring Butler, Dunleavy immediately extended him, giving the 35-year-old over $100 million over the next 2 seasons. Butler's extension gives him an annual salary nearly equal to that of Stephen Curry. The Warriors owe Curry and Butler a combined $113 million in 2025 to 2026, and another $118 million the following year, according to Basketball Reference. Add that to the $52 million they owe Draymond Green over the next 2 seasons, and Golden State is on the books for $284 million for their top 3 players through 2027. Even with their financial limitations, the Warriors continue to find a way to defy expectations. The last time they were counted out, they brought their 7th championship trophy back home in 2022. Dunleavy has clear roster needs to address and not a lot of flexibility, making the 2025 offseason his toughest since taking over as Warriors general manager in 2023. Naz Reid. Coming off a career-high 14.2 points per game in 2024 to 2025, Naz Reid is due for a payday in the 2025 offseason. The Warriors cannot match the numbers many other teams might offer him, but they can give him a featured role on a championship-level team. As he wraps up the final guaranteed year of his current deal, Reid has a $15 million player option for the 2025 to 2026 season. So far, the belief is that he remains in Minnesota, according to ESPN's Tim Bontemps. His impending decision will likely depend on how the Timberwolves season ends in the 2025 playoffs. Reid could certainly opt in or restructure his deal to sign up for a 7th season in Minnesota. But with Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert in town, he remains limited to his 6th-man role. If he seeks a bigger role on a championship-caliber team, the Warriors can offer him his best landing spot in 2025 NBA free agency. If it is not Lopez, Reid is just as good, if not a better fit, for the Warriors. The 6'9" utility weapon shot 37.9% from deep in 2024 to 2025 after hitting them at a 41.4% clip in 2023 to 2024. Aside from his scoring numbers, Reid also posted a career-high 6.0 rebounds and 2.3 assists in his 6th season. Still just 25, Reid would be a uniquely young and athletic presence on an aging Warriors team. As good as he is behind the arc, he would add a new element to the offense as an athletic rim runner. His versatility in pick-and-roll or pick-and-pop sets pairs nicely with the playmaking of Curry, Butler, and Green. Another veteran pivot that interests the Warriors. Brook Lopez. The Warriors' biggest need entering the 2025 NBA free agency period is crystal clear. Losing Curry against the Timberwolves hurt, but their lack of size was evident all season. They made up for it in the regular season with a fast-paced small-ball approach, but when times got tough, a 35-year-old Green can no longer lock horns with the best big men in the league in a 7-game series by himself. Luckily, with center being one of the cheapest positions in the modern NBA, the Warriors' cap concerns should not be too much of a hurdle. The 2025 free agency center market is thin, but Dunleavy will still have his options. Coming off his 7th season with the Milwaukee Bucks, Brook Lopez is Golden State's best bet. Even at 37, Lopez still has a lot left in the tank. He is not the type of big man to be a threat in transition, but Lopez is the perfect type of stretch 5 that the Warriors have never truly had. The former All-Star sank 37.3% of his three-pointers in 2024 to 2025, the second highest clip of his 17-year career. While a sharpshooter on offense, Lopez also has the rim-protecting skill set to round out the Warriors' defense. His physical frame aligns with the tone Green and Butler set on that end of the court much better than Quinton Post or Tracy Jackson-Davis ever could. The unique 3-and-D center is only 2 years removed from an NBA All-Defensive First-Team nod. Warriors Draymond Green hits fans with reality check after Warriors elimination. Warriors veteran Draymond Green addresses fans after his second-round elimination against the Timberwolves. Golden State Warriors veteran Draymond Green addressed his 4-1 series loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves and their fans after losing in the Western Conference semifinals. As the organization enters the offseason, it'll have to answer looming concerns, such as the Warriors figuring out their future with Jonathan Kuminga. However, those weren't the conversations Green wanted to address as he called out the Timberwolves fanbase. Green addressed fans fresh off his 5-game best-of-7 series against the Timberwolves, per the Draymond Green Show with Baron Davis. But as far as the fan goes, listen, I don't give it too much thought. I deal with fans a lot. That's just the nature of being who I am. I don't get off into it, Green said. There were some racist things said in Minnesota. I also don't like giving these nobodies moments to feel like they're somebody, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there were some racist things said. It ain't the first time. You get in these environments, and racist things are said. And I'ma tell you what it is, fans are privileged. They are privileged. And when I say that, I mean they can pretty much say whatever they want, no boundaries. And if we say something back, we get in trouble. We lose money. We get fined. All the punishment comes to us, Green concluded. This is the first time Green has mentioned going through such an experience throughout the Warriors' second-round series. Draymond Green discusses decision on Jonathan Kuminga, offseason plans. Warriors forward Draymond Green addressed several topics related to the team in his latest podcast, including an upcoming decision on restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga. Hat tip to Basket News. Kuminga was an impact player for Golden State early in the season, but his role diminished after the team traded for Jimmy Butler in early February. His minutes declined once he returned from an extended absence caused a severe right ankle sprain, and he was barely used in the playoffs until injuries to Butler and Stephen Curry opened up opportunities. The fourth-year forward is only 22 and provides athleticism and physicality that the Warriors need. However, there are concerns about playing him alongside Green and Butler because none of them are accomplished three-point shooters. Green admitted it would be a huge financial commitment to bring back Kuminga, who is likely to get a significant offer if he reaches the open market. He also singled out Kuminga for dealing with the uncertainty surrounding his playing time and for thanking coach Steve Kerr in his exit interview for helping him develop as a player. I love the way he handled it, that was such a responsible, great, well-thought answer, Green said. He will get paid here, or he will get paid somewhere else. Green talked about the team's collection of young talent in general, also mentioning Brandon Podziemski, Moses Moody, Tracy Jackson-Davis, Gue Santos and Quinton Post. He said they all made progress during the season, but acknowledged that several of them may not return. When I look at our young guys, they all show promise, Green said, but just off sheer numbers and the way this business works, probably not all will be back. It was an up-and-down season for the Warriors, who started off slowly, then surged once they acquired Butler. They narrowly missed a top-6 spot in the West, then defeated Memphis in the play-in tournament and Houston in the first round before being ousted by Minnesota in 5 games. Green expects his team to be back in title contention next season and said he, Curry and Butler will provide input to management on possible off-season moves. You just got to have a conversation, what can be seen from the stands or from some numbers, it ain't always what it seems, he said. We'll be in the weeds, trying to make it all make sense. The goals will be the goals, trying to win a championship. I stand on that 100%. Warriors have luxury trade gift that could shape off-season fortunes. This could be very helpful. The Golden State Warriors will enter the 2025 offseason with some degree of flexibility, with the front office set to be incredibly aggressive according to ESPN's Shams Charania in the wake of their elimination at the hands of the Minnesota Timberwolves. A Jonathan Kuminga sign-and-trade scenario could return something of significant value, while the Warriors could also consider moving up to 4 first-round picks and other young players like Brandon Podziemski and Moses Moody. Yet there's also another hidden asset Golden State were gifted in early February, with their $8.8 million Kyle Anderson trade exception, a potentially huge luxury that could make a serious difference to the team's offseason fortunes. What does the trade exception mean for the Warriors? Essentially, this means that the Warriors can acquire a player making less than $8.8 million this offseason without the need to send out a current player's salary. It's important to note that it cannot be broken down into acquiring multiple players, nor can it be combined with a player's salary. So no, Golden State couldn't add the exception to Moses Moody's contract and obtain a $20 million player. There's still a number of interesting players the Warriors could target in this price range. Orlando Magic big man Goga Bitadze may be at the top of the list, with the 25-year-old still in a slightly limited role and the Warriors potentially on the lookout for a center according to Charania. Bitadze would likely add a greater two-way presence than what Golden State currently possess on the roster, with the 6 feet 11 inches big man having averaged 7.2 points, 6.6 rebounds, 2.0 assists and 1.4 blocks in 20.4 minutes per game this season. Saddiq Bey and Georges Niang may also be other potential candidates if the franchise wants to add more shooting in the front court, with the latter having notably gone for 23 points on 6 of 9 three-point shooting against the Warriors in March. Most players on rookie contracts would also fit the bill. Would Golden State entertain a trade for Charlotte Hornets 7-footer Mark Williams, or would they have similar health concerns as the Los Angeles Lakers did when they failed his medical in February? Whichever way the Warriors go, this is a handy tool that adds another layer to what they could do in the offseason. Golden State also have a $2.2 million trade exception from Lindy Waters III, albeit this is far less notable given it's around the minimum contract anyway. Steve Kerr defends Warriors starter after playoff struggles. When Steph Curry went down with a hamstring strain during Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals against the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was clear that multiple players on the team were going to need to step up in his absence. Outside of veterans like Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, the team was also going to look toward Brandon Podziemski to take that jump. However, he wasn't able to do just that, as Podziemski received plenty of criticism from fans for his lackluster play during the team's failed playoff run. Regardless, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr gave Podziemski a much-needed vote of confidence during his end-of-season availability, defending his decision to stick by the young guard. "I got asked several times during the series why I was staying with Brandon," Kerr said. "Passing, playmaking, running through the catch, creating a rotation, and moving the ball. That's the game. Otherwise, you end up with 5 guys all standing around just staring at each other. Even if all 5 guys can shoot, if they can't pass, it doesn't matter. You're not breaking the defense down." Podziemski did score 28 points in the Warriors' season-ending loss to the Timberwolves in Game 5, just 1 point shy of his career high. Still, his struggles throughout the series proved to be a detriment. He shot a combined 4 of 24 from the field in Games 2 and 3 and was held to 5 points or less twice during the 5-game series.